What we can see, thank you first for of all to inviting me. I know Valeria also for many years, so I'm happy to be here in this event. The big change that we can see in sustainability is that 20 years ago when I stepped in, we saw that the social part and the environmental part was divided from each other. So there was a group, NGOs, working on the worker conditions and in another way, the environmental, so the materials. Nowadays, since Rana Plaza collapsed in 2013, we see that there is a holistic integration of human rights, the humans who are making our clothes, that are 18 million people in the world who are making our clothes, who are working in the textile industry, and also the environment. Because only by teaching and understanding by the humans, we can change also our habits, our attitude, to change also how we work with chemicals, overproduction, etc. So I think now what I can see is that it comes together, and that's why I can see that also on governmental level, that now the time is right to say, we talk too much, 20 years, now we have to do.
Grazie mille. E Rosemary, lei è la delegata del governo olandese per il Dutch Green Deal Denim. Magari ci può raccontare anche che cos'è, ma so che ha la... Your understanding?
No.
I'll repeat the question in English. So you've been, you are the delegate of, the Dutch government for the Dutch Green Deal Denim. I know you also have a presentation. Maybe you want to stream that. But I think in general, it's very interesting for the public here to understand what it is and see if it can be replicated in Italy, but then also in Europe and in the world in general.
Yeah, in Amsterdam, we worked last 3 years on the Reflow project. And the Reflow project was a project to understand what kind of materials enter in a city and what we can do with it. Milan, for example, was in this project on food. Berlin was on plastics, and Amsterdam, for example, was on textiles. And we found out that every citizen of Amsterdam discard 15 kilograms textile per year. So we have 1 million of citizens, you can count. And that means also that the cities, also here in Italy, they have a huge problem on textiles, what is in the city. Only 3 kilograms we can find back in the textile bin. And from that collecting system, only 1%, what Francesca Rinaldi also said, 1% goes into circularity. So there's much more textiles we as the citizens, we throw away. When you go to a sorting system in wherever, or in Italy, or the people who are sorting our textiles, they are also sometimes very, how do you say, surprised to find also Chanel bags. We throw away too much. So the research in the Netherlands, we found out that we only wear 7 times our garments. We have approximately 170 garments in our closet. We throw away 40%, and 40% it's there to be repaired. And when it's too long in your closet, because it's there to repair, at the end you are going to buy a new one, but most of the time a cheaper one. So that's the benefit for fast fashion. Because when you have in your closet jeans, for example, for 160 euros, and your zipper is broken, you are not going to buy jeans again for 160 euros. You go to the Primark or to H&M to buy a cheaper one. And that one you are going to discard. So what we did in Amsterdam is to follow the R ladder, to rethink, repair, And that's also, Patagonia was mentioned many times. Patagonia started up with Makers Unite and United Repair Center, a full repair program. When you buy something from Patagonia, your whole life, you can go back to Patagonia to repair your clothes. That is the most sustainable clothes, it's already in your closet. So it's a very famous sentence. And knowing by what we knew from the Reflow project, we found out that the Dutch people, we love still cotton. Worldwide, polyester, man-made fibers are much more nowadays, but we in the Netherlands, we still love cotton. And denim jeans are made from not all the best quality of cotton. You don't need so much long, stable fiber to make a denim. So a group of entrepreneurs in Amsterdam, they want something to do together. They went to our government, the Ministry of Infrastructure and Water Management, to say, hey, what we can do on denim industry, because G-Star, Tommy Hilfiger, Calvin Klein, Garcia, that are all jeans brands who are situated in the Netherlands headquarters. Totally, 27 million of jeans come up on the Dutch market. So together we say, okay, we sit together, let's aim for 3 million jeans where we can add 20%, and this is important, post-consumer textiles. So textiles, not from the cutting when you produce, but from discarded textiles. So it's not that easy, because you know the textile industry and especially the fashion industry is not transparent. So who is going to collaborate? But we were able, and that's my expertise came around, that I know a lot of people in the textile industry. I worked 20 years on the industrial side, then I switched into sustainability. So I know a lot of people. I say, maybe I can become the coordinator. I'm most independent from all of you. You can talk with me, you can ask me anything, but let's do this together. So in the denim deal are the national government from the Netherlands, are cities, city of Amsterdam, the city of Zaandam, brands, but also, and now it's important as well, the reverse supply chain. So there's a supply chain, to make, to sell, and to wear. But now it comes up with, and that is also the extended producer responsibility, where the European Commission is also working on, that you as a producer of textiles become responsible for everything what you put on the market. And that made that we, together with all the suppliers within the reverse supply chain, so the collectors, the sorters, but again the spinners, the shredders, the recyclers, but also again the brands, we teamed up together. In the start, in 2020, it was COVID, so everything went online. Also, all the borders were closed. So we faced immediately a big problem, because in Amsterdam, 1.3 million tons of textiles could not go over the border, because in the Netherlands we almost had no industry anymore. And that made also the denim deal so important to see, many times today also mentioned, collaboration is key. And in this case you can really collaborate. So these 6 brands, this huge brand from Amsterdam and the Netherlands, they collaborate together. And how we do that, we collect together. And so we maybe, I have to do my slides. So the government is involved, the public and private collaboration, the reverse supply chain, and we drive on volumes. So how we do this? And to change, because the aim is to change the denim industry. And to change a denim industry, what is so locked, so we did what we do and we don't want to change, and this is the challenge we have. But I have to say that they become more and more open. because everybody is inside. So it's not a group of brands who want to do something. No, we collaborate with all the stakeholders because it's important. And also what is important is that we talk online, but also we meet each other, but nothing is recorded. We say everyone can speak free out. No question is stupid. So ask anything, because we have to learn also. We are in a transition. Most of them, they never did this. A brand, one of the denim brands, they were never in a collecting warehouse. They were never in a shredder. They were never in a recycling industry. So now we come to Prato, we come to Turkey to show to the brands this industry, and a new world is going to open for them. So we do share, and sharing knowledge in this, because also the new generation, because of many times young people, they come in, the management, they only want to focus on money. So also today I heard many times it's important that the management are involved. So all the management from these 6 brands, they signed the denim deal. So this was important that also the people who are working in this industry were free to work together. So this is the timeline, because we are already in the 3rd year of the denim deal. And we want to come up at the end of the year with 3 million of denim jeans. And I'm very, very happy to say that we reached that goal already. But not on the Dutch market, because these brands, they are sold all over Europe. So what we say now, okay, we reached the denim goal. It is 3 million of jeans. But it takes 2 more. And we want to go on. And 90% of the people who are now in the denim deal, who signed the denim deal, they also want to go on together. And now, and that's why I'm also here. Next week I'm in Berlin to see if there are also Italian industry or stakeholders who want to join us. Because the denim industry is a global market. A lot of Bangladesh is one of the biggest producers of jeans. Pakistan, Turkey, but also in South America, there's a big industry on jeans. So we want to collaborate it into hubs together. So what are the results? So the result is that we improve the numbers. And what I say already, not only in the Netherlands, but also in Europe. And also the individual targets of the brands are much higher than they were expecting. So this is the jeans with the 20% post-consumer textiles, because this is also not so easy, because when you want to add 20% post-consumer textiles and you want to have more regenerative or circular jeans, you also want to have jeans with these materials you can recycle again. So a mono yarn, it's very important. And that's why we also, during the process, we say, we cannot speak about textiles anymore, but we just speak about cotton textiles. And that made it very interesting, because also the hotel linen industry, they discard a lot of textiles with the bed sheets, the bath towels, etc. And that material is so good to recycle for the denim industry. But we have to say that so after 2.5, 3 years, we found out together, also with all these stakeholders, the industry, that 20% post-consumer textiles is the max. And therefore, some brands, they now also collaborate with Lenzing, with Tencel, with Revibra, or with other viscose fibers, but also with organic. And discussions with the GOTS say, okay, we have to be also open and flexible. And now they also admit that next to the organic cotton, you also can add now recycled cotton. Yeah, and that is one of the improvements also from this denim deal. So we want to scale up, and we have some challenges because also a lot of industry and a lot of countries don't open up their borders. For example, Turkey doesn't want our discarded textiles because we think we cannot wear it anymore, but maybe in Turkey or in Ghana they can wear it. But you know, maybe also the pictures that in Ghana or in Chile or in the east of Europe, a lot of textiles are found in the nature, and we have to stop this. So my call now is for Italian brands or the industry to join us and contact me for further steps.